What's up, guys? It's Big D Boston, and I'm here today with an episode of the Boss's Tickets. Today I'm going to be giving you my Game 7 of the 2013 NBA Finals preview, and I'm going to be giving you a top 8 picks mock draft from me, because I feel like those are the only teams that are really going to benefit from this year's draft, if that at all. Let's go ahead and start off with my prediction for the Finals. I'm going to take... This is a risk, even though it's not. I'm going to go ahead and take this Heat. I feel like they aren't going to let the other team win in their building. Not saying that there's any bias in the officiating, but let's just say that the league is trying to do what's best for them, and I can completely understand that. I do figure it will be a very dramatic game. It might end up playing to be more of a classic finals matchup. And I do expect it to probably draw at least a 17 rating in the fourth quarter, if not a 19. I feel like this will probably be the biggest finals game ever, simply because the ramifications of this finals is so great. I feel like if the Heat lose, there is a chance that we could see the Miami Heat Big Three get blown up, and who knows what'll happen. But I'm going to go ahead and put that down as my prediction. I did predict the Heat in 6 in this series, so I was a little off, and I will admit that I was wrong. I thought that the Heat would win their first 2 games, and then they would take one in San Antonio, and then San Antonio would win the last 2, and then just come back and get it the last game. But I was a little off. I was close, though. I was close. Not really. But, yeah, that's what my prediction is. And also, if you're wondering about this new setup, I'm not going to be here permanently. This is one of my temporary setups. I'm not going to tell you where I am, but it's one of my alternative setups. And I will be here rather often. This will be mostly a summertime setup. You might see 1 or 2 school time setups for, yeah. But anyway, this is just a temporary, this is one of my alternative sets, my alternative studios, if you will. And right now, if you can look at my laptop behind me, you can see that I am currently behind that page is the draft combine. So I've been watching that today, trying to get all my insight down, so not only I can give you guys the best for the NBA mock draft, but I'm also looking for my personal team, the Pelicans, and what we're looking to do. Right now, if it's just me, I will tell you my mock draft. So let's go and get that started. With the number 1 pick in this 2013 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Nerlens Noel. And I feel like they would take Nerlens because I feel like they need something to go with Kyrie Irving and the other players that they have on their team. I feel like if Noel comes back as strong as he was last year at Kentucky, I feel like the Cavs could be the NBA's next power franchise. I'm talking about San Antonio, LA with the Shaq and Kobe days, maybe, yeah, feeling like that. That's their potential, if they can get it all to work out. If not, I do feel like they will take Kyrie and leave him as the core, and they will build around him with free agent talent. Because I feel like right now, Kyrie Irving himself is the next perennial all-star. He will take the best point guard role from Chris Paul pretty soon, and then we'll have Kyrie Irving as the NBA's point guard, because I feel like the guy really does have a lot of talent. But let's go number 2. My number 2 pick is going to surprise some of you, and I'm going to take Victor Oladipo, number 2, to the Bobcats. And I'm not sure why I'm taking this pick. I know you can look on the computer. I know you can't see it, but if you go to ESPN and their drafts website, you can see that right now they have him predicted 2nd in the power rankings. And I do actually feel like Charlotte will take this, because honestly, they have Kemba Walker and they have Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And I feel like they need something else down there next to him, since Kidd-Gilchrist is in the small forward position. But let's go number 3. Number 3, I'm taking Otto Porter out of Georgetown. He's going to go straight back to Washington, and he's going to join the Wizards. Even though I would like to see Otto Porter as my personal Pelicans pick, I don't think that he's going to drop that far. And you're asking right now, number 4, who are you taking to the... Excuse me, one moment. I'm sorry, number 2 is the Magic, number 4 is the Bobcats. So yes, I do. Same rules apply for the Magic. I feel like they do want something. They need to take best available because the Magic are honestly in a horrible situation, and I don't think they're going to be getting out of it anytime soon. So I feel the Magic will take the best available on that sense. And I'm going to go now 4 to the Bobcats, and 4 to the Bobcats I have Anthony Bennett out of UNLV. And I feel like this is a solid pick for the Bobcats. I feel like it's something that is basically foolproof. And yeah, I guess you could say Anthony Bennett and Victor Oladipo are pretty switchable, even though I'm sorry, did I actually? Oladipo's a guard, so I'm not quite sure why I sent him. Yeah, I'll send him to the Magic. Why not? Oladipo seems like he could help them a lot. I know that they have decent guard play, and I do believe they have a big man already, but yeah. Bennett to the Bobcats. That's their power forward, guys. So I did get that right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting names confused. I'm being tired, but I'm always tired, so that really doesn't matter. Number 5, I'm taking Ben McLemore to the Suns. He almost is going to slip out of the top 5 right now. On power rankings, he is falling, and I do feel like McLemore will be a solid player in the NBA, but I don't feel like his initial prediction is going to work out. And number 6, to my personal New Orleans Pelicans. Let's go Pels. The Pels with the 6th pick in the NBA draft select Trey Burke out of Michigan. I do feel like this is a solid pick for them. We do have Gravis Vasquez starting at the point guard right now, but basically to me he's trade bait. I know the guy's great. He almost won Most Improved Player, but he honestly is only a temporary fix to a long-term problem. So if we have to trade Vasquez to get something else to go with that combo, say it's if it has to be a sign and trade for Andre Iguodala or whatnot, I'm very fine with that. I don't have a problem whatsoever. Number 7 to the Sacramento Kings. I am taking, excuse me so I get the name right. Yes, I'm sending Alex Len to the Sacramento Kings. I know that they have a center of some sort, if you want to call it DeMarcus Cousins. I don't even know if he's really doing much, but I know that their other elements that they have there would work well somewhat if they had a big man. I don't see the Kings doing anything in the next 5 years, but they just have to draft anyway. And finally, with the 8th pick of the Big D Boston mock draft, I am taking... Good, I got that one right. Michael Carter-Williams out of Syracuse to the Detroit Pistons. I know they have Stuckey there, and I feel like they want to put something there with their center Greg Monroe that they have. I know that could build something in Detroit. I was, for the longest time, a Detroit fan, and I still consider myself a Detroit fan. But it's like cheering for the Astros. You don't do it in public. It's just weird. Which I am an Astros fan too, and I don't cheer for them in public. I have other teams that I set aside for the good teams, and I have my bad teams that are my diehards, but I have my good teams that I support, and I like their style. But anyway, that's too much about me. So that's the Big D Boston mock draft, guys. That's my Game 7 predictions, and I'd like to thank you. And if you are an unsubscribed viewer, I did recently put up the channel trailer, so if you want to go and check that out on the channel, just hop over to Big D Boston, just click below me, you know where it is, or wherever it is. I don't use the laptop version that much, but if you're on mobile, you're below me. Click like, click subscribe. Comment your mock draft. Comment your Game 7 predictions. I want to hear it, guys. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for helping out with the views recently. They've been viewing really good, guys. And if you're coming back regularly, man, just subscribe. I mean, I'm gonna be here almost every week, posting 2 to 3 videos a week, and I feel like I have what it takes to get your subscription and to entertain you genuinely. So, guys, I'd like to also apologize for the weirdness of the trailer. I mean, it's a little off, but hey, I'm a little off, so it's what you're going to get on the channel. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you later today or tomorrow for my Big D Gaming with the big news from Microsoft and Xbox with their 180. So, peace. See you later. And don't forget to subscribe to your boss on the internet.